So in this concept, uh, I would tell you what all files I am using. I have already told you that this is a orifice enlarger. This is called SX file, or optional in certain cases. The purple file, this is S1 or shaper 1, and this S2 is finisher. This S2 is shaper 2, and I will be using F1. This is finisher 1. So only these will be required for most of your canals, and um, these these instruments are sufficient to at least finish off 80-85% of your cases in daily routine. So let's see how I use only these files to finish my endosurgum concept. Also, I will tell you how to use files that are bigger than the F1 file, when to use F2 or F3, or the finisher files F2 and F3. I will also tell you where we keep our preparations 4% and where we keep our preparations 6% or above. So let's quickly get into the groove and learn the concept of endosurgum. Let us imagine the working length is from top, it is 22 mm, and I have achieved my working length with both the radiograph and my apex locator system. So now this is 22 mm. What I need to do is I need to make sure that I am using a 10 number file and a 15 number file to make glide path. Okay, so we have already taken our working length with the 10 number file. If the canal is bigger in size or 10 number is loose, we have used 15 number file for taking working length. So if I imagine that I have used a 10 number file and this is slightly snug fit at this area, so what I would prefer is I would at least use the 10 number file and reach the apex in small strokes. I will take my 10 number file at least 2 mm short and then bring it down again, and I will do it at least 5 to 6 times, so that the 10 number file becomes loose here. The 10 number file has made sufficient space for itself and it is loose. So how it becomes loose? You have to create a glide path and you have to take up the 10 number file out of the canal. If you feel that it is snugly fit, or it is you are getting a lot of constriction there, just bring out your 10 number file and just go it inside again. Remember, your entire chamber should be filled with lot of irrigant. I prefer sodium hypochlorite in most cases, but in case you are dealing with a necrotic tooth and the tooth is dry, there is no purulent pus, that means you need to use at least saline if there is swelling in the patient, and make sure that the chamber is full till the last with sodium hypochlorite or saline. Every time your file goes inside the canal, you have to use EDTA cream, that is 17%. You can bring any brand of EDTA cream. Usually the more expensive ones are better in nature, they have more chelating properties, but according to your practice you can choose wisely or economically for the EDTA cream. So we have already reached with the 10 number file. Now I will and my 10 number file reaches till the 22 mm mark. So what I would do now is I will make sure that my 15 number file also reaches properly. 15 number file is reaching to the 22 mm working length. Similarly, I will make sure that my 20 number K file is reaching the 22 mm mark. Hope everybody is already using the same technique from their college side, that we have learned that we have to reach the full working length with bigger files. Yes, it is true, but in this concept we are using 10 number file and 15 number file to make sure they reach till 22 or the full working length level. Now, in case you feel that your 20 number file is not reaching, your 15 number file is reaching very easily, but your 20 number file is not reaching, do not worry. You should make sure that 20 number file reaches at least working length minus 0.5 mm length. So your 20 number file should reach at least till this point, and you can continue further. From here, what I will do is, my coronal 1/3 is already prepared with piezo, my middle 1/3 is prepared with my orifice enlarger, and my apex has enough capacity to receive a 20 number file. Okay, so now what will I do is, I would prefer to use a 25 number K file. Remember, I am focusing more on K files. K file, I am not using any rotary till now. K file, and what you have to do is, you have to make sure that it has reached working length minus 1 mm. Hope everybody is aware of step back technique, and in the initial part we have told it's a hybrid of crown down and step back technique. So what we are doing is, my working length is let's say 22 mm. My 25 number K file will reach 1 mm short. And how we have to ensure that the K file is making sufficient space for itself? We have to take a 360-degree turn, and bring out and remove your entire K file. Do not use it again. Just make sure the 25 number file has reached 1 mm short of the working length, and you have rotated it at least once. If you feel the canal is very tight, then what you can do is, you can do a 90-degree turn, remove the file, clean the file. How to clean a file? Use a cotton sponge or the 2x2 gauge gauze that we use, dip it with alcohol, clean your entire file and bring it out. Now your file is ready. Observe the file if it has any kind of tweaks, or it has been twisted somewhere, or the flutes have opened up. Do not use that file again. Enter the canal again and make a 90-degree turn. If you do this, I am sure you will reach 1 mm short of the working length. The next file is 30 number file. It should reach working length minus 1.5 mm. Also, it should go 360-degree turn. In between all the files that you have used 10 number, then you have used 15 number, you have used 20 number, 25 number, now 30 number you are using. Make sure between each file you are doing irrigation with sodium hypochlorite. If there is a case that there you are getting frank pus very frequently, or the weeping canal is there, I would suggest use saline for initial preparation phase, because salines do not react with the pus cells and do not clog the canal. Hypochlorite acts with the pus part, and protein within the pus gets accumulated and aggregated. So don't use sodium hypochlorite in saline heavy pus cases. You can use saline. Yes, and do remember EDTA cream should be on the file every single time. So after this is over, you will move on to a 30 number file, 35 number file, and it should reach working length minus 2 mm. Similarly, it has to go 360 degrees, and you will be taking small steps. In case a complete 360 is not doing, you can go 90 degree, clean the file, remove the debris with irrigation, and again go for a 90 degree turn, followed by a 90 degree turn and a 90 degree turn. That will complete the entire prep. Now what we have to do, we have done 25, 30 and 35 size. Now it is time for us to use the rotary system. You see, your entire prep is done mostly with a piezo, that is very safe, followed by a orifice enlarger, that is also safe, and your very old friends like 10 number file, 15 number file, 20, 25, 30, they are very common with you. Your hands have already the tactile sensation with them, and you have a good control over these files. So I am not introducing anything new. What I am asking you to do a step back in a programmed manner. Reach 10 number with full working length, 15 number full working length, 20.5 minus working length minus 0.5 mm, 25 working length minus 1 mm, 30 working length minus 1.5 mm, and 35 with a working length minus 2 mm. Now you have to use S1 file. S1 file is a small file, is a shaper, and it is 17 diameter, not 15, not 20, but something in between. Not 15, not 20, but something in between. So your Apex already has capability to receive a 15 number file, and it is just 0.5 mm away from a 20 number file. We have to make sure that the S1 file reaches working length to the fullest. Okay, followed by irrigation, and from here we will start recapitulation. Recapitulation means you have to use a 10 number file, number 10 file. It should reach the working length and this 10 number file will loosen the debris, and now you have to re-irrigate, and your canal is ready to receive the next file. This is S2, and you have to use S2 till the full working length. Let me repeat, I have used S1 till the full working length, and you might feel it is slightly just short of the apex. So do not worry, it can be just 0.5 mm away from the working length. Okay, short. It will not harm the tooth. Followed by S2, and it should reach your full working length. If these two things are happening, your fine canals, okay, your initial constricted canals are already prepared, and your preparation is over. After this, only you have to focus on disinfection and prepare for the obturation part. See how easy it is. I have just used one orifice enlarger, one shaper and two shaper, and we are done. For the fine canals, please remember this protocol is only for fine canals. Your preparation size will be 4% and your S2 has a 20 size at the apex, apical size. So what we have to do in case my canals are medium, they are not fine but they are medium or the routine cases, they will be around 80-82% cases that your canals are medium size. So what we have to do, we have to use F1 or the yellow file, this one, and it should reach the working length minus 0.5 mm. It is also 20 apical size. Okay, S2 is white in color and it is also 20 apical size. This is the similarity, but both have different taper. This is a 4% taper and this is a 7% taper. So you have to make sure that your F1 reaches the full working length minus 0.5. Okay, just short of the apex. If your F1 is reaching, your case is finalized in most cases. Then now we have the story in what cases we have to go beyond F1, and I will teach you how to do apical tuning and apical gauging. So in what cases we have to go beyond F1? Your F1 is 20 size. Hope everybody is remembering. It is a 20 apical size file. Take a 25 number file. After your F1 has reached your working length minus 0.5, take a 25 number file, keep it in the canal, keep the K file 25 number and just tap on it with your finger. Imagine this is the file and I have inserted a 25 number file into the canal, and now we have to just tap this. Make sure the working length mark is there on that case, on that file. Working length stopper you have placed. So in case you feel that your 25 number file has slipped beyond your stopper, that means your apex is naturally of a bigger size and you have to move on to the F2 file. F2 file is red in color. It is 25 apical size, but the taper is 8%. The initial 1/3 taper is 8%. So now you have to use F2. Similarly, in case your 25 number file is loose, your 20 number file was reaching, your 25 number file just slipped away into the apex and you have done a F2. Now should we use F3 or not? We have to make a decision. We will take a number 30K file, place it into the canal and just tap over it. So if you tap over it, you will find that if it is stable, your preparation is over. Do not go. anywhere. But if you feel that your file has slipped, then move on to your F3. That means your canal, the natural diameter of your canal is huge. This is also called as apical gauging. Apical gauging means that if this is the apex and this is my canal orifice and my file is coming like this, there is a file inside here. So we have to use a K file so that we can counter, or we can actually check that what is the natural diameter of the canal. This is called apical gauging. It is done with files. Coming to apical tuning, the kind of preparation we were doing, like step back, 15 number, 20 number, 25 number, 30 number, 35 number, this is done when apical tuning is actually, what we do is, when we are using the standard treatment protocol of the manufacturer. Because we have been taught about these protocols, the next videos will focus on the manufacturer's protocols of ProTaper system. So what we do is, after F1 preparation is over, and we are making sure that there is no hindrance for our GP point to reach till the apex, we use K files in a systematic way. Like my apex is 20, so I am using 25 number file, then 30 number file, 35 number file, 40 number file, 45 number file, and 50 number file. In sequence, we give a 360-degree turn to them and make sure that all the hindrances or the preparation difficulties that were there for a dentine, or there were some dentine areas that were uneven, they become cleaned up. So this is also known as apical tuning. I will teach apical tuning again in one of the modules, but right now this protocol of using a piezo followed by taking a orifice enlarger, then we are reaching the working length, then we are using 10 number file, 15 number file sequentially, then 20 number file 0.5 mm short of the apex, 25 number file -1 the working length, 30 working length minus 1.5, and 35 working length minus 2 mm. If we are using this protocol, this is your Sargam, followed by your your S1, S2, if required F1 and F2. So if you are going through all this, this is Sargam. Any single case, any single route, any multiple routes, if you do it very diligently, you follow this rule, they will be cleaned very easily. There will be not even a single case of separation of files, because you are using your files very judiciously. You are using your hand ProTapers very judiciously. I'll show you how to use a ProTaper. When this is in the previous video, I've told you how, when the tapers were discussed, that there are 3 lines over this point, 18, 19 and 20 mm marking. There is a gap of 2 mm and a 22 mm mark is there. This is a laser edged system. So when you are going through this system and you are using them, just a 360-degree turn confirms that there is enough space for a case. There is a saying that says, if you do what is hard, your life will be easy, and if you do what is easy, your life will be very hard. I understand that learning curve of rotary endodontics is huge. You cannot learn rotary endodontics in 1 cases, 2 cases, or maybe like 6 months time. But with a constant approach towards continuous learning, you will definitely learn the concept of rotary endodontics. I will show you how a single box is there. In this case, you will have S1, S6, S1, S2, F1, F2, and F3. This is a starter kit or for hand usage. For those participants who are not willing to buy an endomotor immediately, you should purchase these systems, and this will help you. Okay. If you want to buy in bulk, you can get these kind of refill packs. They have all the details, their lengths, and how many files you will find in a case. If you already have purchased a rotary system, then you will get this kind of learning packs. This is given you SX file, S1, S2, F1, F2, and F3. Their length is written here. The expiry is not for the file. Files do not expire. Their sterilization expires. This is a bacteria free sterilization that they do. It's a sealed blister pack, you can see. But yes, when you see this this expiry, that means the sterilization of this pack has gone. Before you use this pack, you have to sterilize them for your patients. So let's hope the video was informative enough, and I'm looking forward to get more questions from you guys. There will be a video demonstration very soon, and let's meet in the next video. Bye and take care of yourselves.